Hello guys, so let's make this bigger, a little more. Yes, good, perfect. So this is an offer letter from Ulster University here in the UK, offering this candidate a fully funded PhD with a stipend. Let's zoom in a little bit more. You can see here personal allowance of over £16,000 per year and tuition fees also covered. So this is an award won by somebody from this YouTube channel about a year ago or 2 years ago, precisely in May 2022. The reason why I'm showing you this is to show you that it is not fake, it is real. Lots of universities in the UK offering fully funded scholarships, and this candidate did not have a master's before getting this PhD scholarship. So she moved directly from uh, from a BSc to a PhD offer here in the UK. It is not fake. Unfortunately, we're returning to this university, Ulster University, here in the UK in search of similar opportunities, and they are open with February deadlines. So there are a number of them here that I'll be sharing with you today. But first things first, welcome if you're joining us for the first time. But where have you been? There are lots of materials already on this channel on fully funded scholarships from around the world. So look around. I'm sure you'll find something that catches your interest, whether it's scholarship here in the UK, in the US, in Canada, Australia, in the EU, several places with several scholarships. So look around. And of course, if you're a returning viewer, a returning subscriber, thanks for coming back, and I hope you get a scholarship sooner than later. By the way, if you've not subscribed by now, what are you waiting for? There are lots of materials here and even many more to come. So do not be a stranger, subscribe to the channel and join the winning team. So let's return to the University of Ulster here in the UK. So this is the scholarship page. And when you get to this page, simply use the filter function to select all students. So you want to filter out those opportunities just for UK students or for European students. So all students will give you opportunities open to everybody. And then also remember to click on funded, not self-funded. So all students and funded opportunities. But before we proceed, one thing about these international universities is that a number of them I want you to write the English language test. So let's look whether Ulster requires us to write the English language test. Then we return to the scholarship. So I've opened a new tab here, and here I'll type English requirements. English requirements. Let's see what they say about their English language requirements. So English language requirements for prospective PhD students or students in general. So there are a number of qualifications here they want you to have, but usually for those from the EU or those in the UK. And most of us watching here, or most of you watching this channel, are neither from the UK or other countries in the EU. So let's go to the full list of accepted tests. As usual, they want their regular IELTS or the TOEFL or the rest of them. But most of us do not have any of those exams, and they are quite expensive to register for. So is there an exemption? The good thing is that yes. So we are scrolling down to the bottom of the page, and now you can see accepted English language qualifications. So you go straight here. You see those from Cameroon, this is what they accept. This exam, GCE O-level Cameroon, the grade is C. So check for your own country and see what qualification is accepted. You can see India, the qualifications accepted in India. So let's check for other nationalities. You can see Kenya here, Malaysia, Singapore, South Africa, Uganda, Tanzania, those from the West African subcontinent. You can see this exam, either the WAEC or the NECO, and they give particular instructions on the documents you need to produce. For instance, here they said you should include a scratch card and the PIN to verify your results. Those who took this exam in the West African sub-region know exactly what this means. So you need a card to check for your exams online. They want you to submit rather the grade you got, and then also submit the scratch card with the pin on it, revealing the pin. So you have to have a minimum of a C6 in the English language. And if you can get better than a 6.6, that's even good. So it means if you're one applicant from any of these countries, you're in luck because you wouldn't need to provide any of the English language test. So check for yourself and see if your country is on the list. So let's return to the opportunities. By the way, I'll not be leaving a link to this page, but if you want to get to this page, just go through a simple Google search. So PhD opportunities, Ulster University, UK, and then go to funded and self-funded studentship, PhD studentships. It's very simple. PhD opportunities, Ulster University, go to um, the second option here, or just the title funded and self-funded PhD studentships. So let's return here. So there are varieties of studentships for all departments, whether in the practical sciences, social sciences, humanities, and the rest of them. So what you can do is to click on one of them. You can already see the picture of the supervisor in charge. So just click on the opportunity to know more about it. So here it says the deadline is on the 26th of February, and there's going to be an interview in April, and preferred start is in September this year. So let's move on. There's a summary about the project. So here the supervisor has already chosen the project topic for you and the scope of the project. So what it means is that you just read the project and see how your um, academic experience, professional experience has prepared you to undertake this project, because you've done something quite similar in the past that qualifies you or gives you a competitive edge to apply for this scholarship. So look at the applications requirements. You need a first class or a second class upper to apply. However, they also accept a second class lower plus a master's with a distinction. So either a first class or a second class upper is sufficient. But if you didn't get any of those, you can get a second class lower plus a master's with a distinction. There are some exceptional cases where your experience can also count and help you get the scholarship, even though you do not have the required grades. You can see what it covers, and you'll be aiming for this scholarship, the Vice Chancellor's Research Scholarship. It's mostly fully funded, but a number of people also get the partial funding. But like the lady we saw initially, she got the full funding, so covers full tuition and covers your living stipend of 19,000 pounds. There's also a research budget of 9,000 to cover other costs like conferences, any equipment you might need, any other additional training. So this is the scholarship you should have your eye on. It's both for international and home students. There's another one here for the economics department, but I think this is particularly for those from UK and the EU. So home rates. So what you want to keep your eye on is this one. I think you are considered automatically for the scholarship. There's nothing said here about a different application for the scholarship. So you simply apply for this position and then you're considered for the scholarship. I think it's actually written here. Please note you will automatically be entered into the competition for a full award unless you state otherwise in your application. So straightforward. So check for other departments and see the application button is already written here. So we got it sorted. So let's check for another one just to make sure. Let's go to education. The ladies award we looked at the beginning of this video was for the education department of faculty. So let's check for education and see what's happening there. So let's scroll up there. Education. There's something about children, young people, and adults. Education or educating for inclusion. So let's see what comes up there. Oh, let's go back. I think, let's see, education, please. Let's go back there. For some reason, my mouse is acting up. I'm trying to get the opportunity we looked at just briefly, okay? Yeah, we're back there. So education, the deadline is also in February 26th. You can see it there. What's this? Okay, my auto speak is the one showing double. So you have here 26th of February, the interview in April to start in September. The project is also described here. The applications requirement similar to the one we saw earlier. And then the funding is also quite similar as well. So it's very straightforward. And for the document, I don't think they're asking for any proposal to the best of my knowledge. They're not asking for any proposal to the best of my knowledge. But of course, you can read the application procedure to see what you need to put in place. The documents you might need to have, usually your transcript, usually they might ask you for a statement of purpose, recommendation letters, and things like that. Apart from that, I don't think they're asking for anything more from the instructions provided here. But of course, you can dig in a little bit more to check if they need more things. Okay, for this particular one, I think they actually need more. You can see a statement of purpose. There's actually a research proposal for this one, so that's new. It wasn't on the last one. And then a demonstrable interest in the research area associated with the studentship. So you can see this one has particular instructions. So check for the opportunity you intend to apply for and see the particular instructions you need. So when it comes to a research proposal, for instance, there is a video on this channel on how to write it. So do not worry if yours requires a research proposal. Just go to my YouTube channel, go to the home page, scroll down a little more. There is a tab on letter of motivation, statement of purpose, research proposal. And there you see how I describe my own research proposal and give you tips on how to write yours. Lots of people have benefited, by the way, from my tutorial on how to write a research proposal. So in case you need one, do not worry. My video is there to help you. So engage, we have most of the materials you need. There are also, of course, videos on how to write a statement of purpose. I also read mine or shared samples of mine and how to write a letter to a supervisor if you need to do that. None of these opportunities require a letter to a supervisor, so you might not do it. But if you need further clarifications, of course, you can contact the supervisor in charge. So I hope this was useful, guys. Fully funded, actually PhD opportunities, or you can move directly from a BSc straight to a PhD opportunity here at Ulster University in the UK. Fully funded, you get your tuition covered and you get up to £19,000 in your pocket. And as we saw, the English language requirement, a number of nationalities don't have to submit any of the IELTS or the TOEFL because they have alternative qualifications, like those from the West African subcontinent, your WAEC or your NECO qualification will be accepted in place of the IELTS or the TOEFL. As usual, guys, we cannot wait to celebrate you. So there are several materials already on this YouTube channel on fully funded scholarships from around the world. So get to work, start putting your documents together, and I'll see you at the top sooner than later. Bye-bye for now. Do not forget to subscribe. Bye-bye.